Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this skirt piece, and to do so you'll need your yarn, and I have my current Simply Soft yarn in this color, my stitch markers, a tapestry needle, scissors. You're going to need your tape measure as well, and my hook, which is a 4.00 mm. So let's get started. So first we'll be making the band of the skirt, and to do so you're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 4, hold the 4th stitch, chain 3, yarn over and insert a double crochet into that 4th stitch and all the other stitches that we made. So in total we'll be having 5 double crochet, and that includes the chain 3. Just like that. So we'll be repeating this row until we get the number of inches that fits around your hip size. For me, I'll be making this for hip size 30 inches. So I'll make the same amount of chains until I get that amount. So in case I didn't say it, you're going to just chain 2, turn your work, yarn over and make a double crochet in the other stitches. So if you want your band to be much wider, you can just make the base chain longer. So I'll be continuing with my piece like so until I have about 30 inches in total. So I'll do that off camera and then show you how it looks when I'm finished. So I'm finished with making the band, and when in half, when I stretch it, it is about 15 inches. And remember I said that I need it to be 30 inches, so half of 30, 15. So we're going to just join the 2 pieces together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hook and place it in the gap here and make a slip knot. Just like that. I'm going to continue in the second space and just join them with slip knots until I'm at the end. So at this point, what you're going to do is to decide on how many boxes that you like for your skirt. Now I'm just going to count the amount of double crochets that I have so that I can decide what to do. So I have 48 double crochets in all, and since that's an even number, I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and then skip these 2 double crochets and enter into the space right here. So I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over and make my double crochet in this piece. And you want the chains that you're making to be a bit loose and not tight. So I'm going to chain 4 again, yarn over, skip these 2 spaces, so 1, 2, and into that space there. Chain 4, 3, 4, yarn over, skip the 2 spaces, and that's if you have an even number. You just have to find the amount of boxes that you have. So it could either be 3 spaces or 2. It's up to you. And it also depends on the size, because for some sizes, for bigger sizes, you may not want it to be too boxy, so you space them more, so maybe like 4 or 6 spaces. So just continue 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and then insert into that space with a double crochet. So I'll continue to make the boxes until I am at this point, and I'll show you what to do after. So now that I'm at the end, after I chain 2, I'm going to find the chain 3 that I made, and then insert my hook and make a slip knot, just like that. So I'll be continuing this pattern for a size small for 5 rows, for a size medium and large about 6 rows, and for a XL and 2XL about 7. So I'm chain 3, going to turn my work, chain 4, yarn over, and make my double crochet. So I'll be repeating this until I have 5 rows in total, and I'll show you how it looks. I'll show you how it looks when I'm finished. So this is how it looks after I've completed all my 5 rows. And as I said before, now what I'm going to do now is to identify the side pieces. So just to check, I have just not going to count the amount of boxes that I have. Okay, so I have 25 boxes in total. So I just put it half, and I have 12 at the front and 13 boxes at the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now what we need to do is to find half of the front. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what you're going to do is to split your piece in half, and I have 25 boxes, these in total, little square, and I have 12 at the front and 13 at the back. Now I've find the middle portion of the front, and since it's an even number, I'll be using 2 boxes instead of 1. So to do so now, we need to identify where we'll have our mark for the sides. So to do so, we are going to put our stitch markers here. You can make it as wide as you want. For me, or for the sizes that I am making, that will be it. So this is how it looks. So we'll have one box going straight, and these 3 boxes will be chains. These will be 2 boxes, and these will be chains, and this will be a box as well. So at the end we'll be ignoring that gap because we want it for the sides. So that's what we'll be doing. So since we're working on the front portion, we are going to remove this stitch marker, and we are going to slip stitch. So we chain 1 and make a slip stitch until we're at this stitch marker. I know it's a bit confusing, but just rewind the video to see how it was explained. So remove this stitch marker now. And what we're going to do is to make a slip stitch into that space. Oops. And we are going to chain 3, and then since this should be a box, we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over and make our box. And that is the first one. Then we are going to make a chain to complete over this part here. So we have 3 boxes. So what you're going to do is to count them. So this is a chain 4, plus this 5, and then this a chain 4, and plus this is a 5, so 10, plus 4, 14. So we're going to chain 14. So the 3 spaces that we have will be chaining 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yarn over and make a double crochet where the stitch marker is. And that is the first, and that is it. So we are going to complete these boxes. So we chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, make a double crochet in that space, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, remove your stitch marker and make a double crochet. Just like that. So now since we are at the chain 3 spaces, that's where it should be. We're going to chain 14 because we need it to be like this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yarn over and find the third. So make a double crochet right here. I'm going to chain 4, yarn over, remove the stitch marker and make a double crochet. So that is the front part of the skirt, right? So just to Just to re-emphasize, when you finish making the first panel, which is the boxes, with whatever size you're working on, whether it's 5 to 8, you are now going to find half of the skirt. The amount of boxes you have, you divide it by 2. You're going to take your stitch marker just to identify the 2 pieces, the halves. Then you're going to find the middle portion here. So if it's an even number, you're going to have 2 boxes in the middle. If it's an odd number, you'll have 1 box. You make your stitches like this. So you mark the middle with your stitch markers, and then mark the end where you'll be making a box, and then the spaces in between before you reach the middle will be the chains, and you just repeat it on the same side. So I'm going to repeat this row, this new row, for 5 rows. So you repeat this amount of rows the same as you've done for the first panel. So I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, chain 4, 1 2 3 4, yarn over and make my double crochet. You're going to chain the same amount of chains that you have for the space here. So I had 14. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Yarn over, make your double crochet, and now that we're at the middle portion with our boxes, we're going to chain 4, yarn over, make a double crochet, chain 4, yarn over, and complete your double crochet. I'm going to chain 14 again, yarn over, and make your box. One, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and find the chain 3 that you've made and complete the box. See if you can see this clearly. This is how it looks like. So I'm going to complete this for 3 more rows and show you what to do after you completed the same amount of rows that you did in the first panel. So this is how it looks after I've completed all 5 rows, just to show you. So that's how it looks. So what you're going to do now is to cut your yarn, is to chain 1 and cut your yarn. And then we're going to start the back portion of it. So to get started, remember we had the stitch markers to mark the sides right here, which I removed this one, but this one was left. So this was the front part, so this was just the back, right? Now I've made put another stitch marker because this will be the sides, the side string, and the same for this part. So with that, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 boxes. So I'm going to find the middle part that I'll be making the center. Basically, I'm finding the center piece, which is right here. So I'm going to use my stitch marker for the middle, just like so. So just to remember, we're going to have this part remaining with the boxes. We're going to skip these and then make our double crochets for the boxes in the middle. Skip these boxes because we'll be making chain stitches, and add our boxes to this part here. So I'm going to make a slip knot, and then attach my yarn to where I'm going to start the boxes. So right here where my stitch marker is, that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to remove that and place my slip, place the yarn, attach the yarn there. I'm going to chain 3 and then continue. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over and complete that box. I'm going to count the spaces that I have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 10, 15, and 4, 19 to make the double crochet 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yarn over and place a double crochet where this stitch marker was. Just like so. I'm going to chain 4, yarn over and place it where the stitch marker was as well. I'm going to now chain the amount of chains that I made here, which was 19 for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yarn over and make a double crochet where the stitch marker is. Oops, no. Not where the stitch marker is, but where, right here. So we'll skip the 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and make the double crochet here. Chain 4, yarn over and place it where the stitch marker was to complete that box. Just like that. So this is how it looks so far. So I'm going to repeat this for 4 more rows. So we'll just chain 3, turn our work, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over to make the box, and then you're going to chain 19 as before, yarn over, make a double crochet in the middle here, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, make a double crochet to complete the box. I'm going to chain 19 again, so 1, 19, yarn over, place a double crochet right here, one, two, three, four, find the third chain and make our double crochet, and that completes our second row. So I'm going to repeat this for 3 more rows, and I'll show you what to do. But before that, do not cut your yarn before you're finished. Well, after you finish completing the amount of rows like you did in this part here. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you at the end. So now that I've completed all the rows, what I'm going to do is to make the amount of chains for the middle piece that we skipped here. So as I mentioned, this middle piece, it depends on how much you want for the sides, but for me I just did 2 boxes. So this was 4, 5 and 9. So I'm going to make a chain of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to connect that with a slip stitch to the other piece. So I'm going to find the chain 3 that we did and make a slip stitch, to connect the 2 pieces together. So just like that. So I'm going to just complete this front panel, a chain 3, then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and make a double crochet. So at the front, the spaces that we had was 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yarn over, make a double crochet, chain 4, yarn over, make a double crochet, one, 2, 3, 4, make a double crochet, chain 14 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yarn over, chain 4, yarn over, and insert the end with a double crochet. Now you're not going to attach this piece, well, we're not going to chain the same as we did before over this side, because it will not, basically will not match up to it. So we're just going to repeat this row that we just made for the same amount of times we've been making the rows for. So for the small, I have 5, 5, so I'm going to make another set of 5. So you'll do the same with yours. So just repeat until you get the same amount of rows. So this middle piece in total should be double what you've made at the front pieces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I should have 10 in total. So So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I should have 10 in total. So I'm going to make 4 more rows of this, and I'll show you what to do to join the back piece to the front. So this is how it looks after I've completed all my rows in total. So as I mentioned before, the amount of chains that you made for your first panel, so I made 5, so the middle piece should be doubled, so 10. So your middle piece should be double the amount you made for the first set of rows. Now I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn here. So what I'm going to do now is to join the side piece to join the sides together. So I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to attach it at the side here that you've cut before. I'm going to attach it like that, and we're going to make the same amount of chains that we made here, so which was 9. So we're going to chain 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So the amount of chains that you got in the middle piece here that you made here, you're just going to make the same on the other side. Not necessarily 9, but the amount you've made before. So I'm going to join the two pieces together with a slip knot. I'm going to look for my chain 3. It's right here. Join with a slip knot, and then I'm going to finish my back piece. So 1 2 3, I'm going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, yarn over, make a double crochet, and then remember I had 19 at the back, so I'll chain 19, 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19, yarn over, make my double crochet, chain 4, make my double crochet, and then chain 19 again, yarn over, make a double crochet into that box, chain 4, and make my double crochet here. So that is how it looks. So we're going to ignore this piece in the middle and continue with the back panel until we have 10 rows in total. So that's what I'm going to do off camera and then show you what to do next. I am going to make the same amount of chains that I have here, which was 9. I'm going to chain 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and join it to the front part. So I'm going to find the chain 3 that I did and make a slip stitch to join them. So now I'm going to chain 3, chain 4 more, yarn over, make my double crochet. So what we're going to do is to basically make this row that you see here with just the boxes. So in these chains we're going to just complete it, because we need to get 3 chains as we had here. So I'm going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, find 4 chains, 1 2 3 4, and in the 5th one I'm going to yarn over and make a double crochet. I'm going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, yarn over and find the 5th chain to make a double crochet, just like that. So I'm going to chain 4 and then yarn over, and since this would have, the double crochet would have been the 5th one, we just make our double crochet in that. Just like that. So this is what your work should now look like. So we're going to continue, chain 4, yarn over, make a double crochet, chain 4, make a double crochet, and again we are at the chains. So I'm going to do the same that I did before, chain 4, find the 5th chain and make a double crochet, so we're going to just put a pause on this. Use our stitch marker to mark that, to hold that, and with the other piece, the other end of the yarn, we're going to make a slip knot to join the 2 pieces together. So attach it like that and make the same amount of chains that we had for the gap. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I'm going to attach it at the chain 3 that I made before. So 1 2 right here with a slip knot, and I chain 1 and cut. So just like that. And if you don't want this middle piece to be so tight, you can make your chains a bit looser. So just to continue, I'm going to chain 4, yarn over and find the 5th chain to make my double crochet. Chain 4 and make my double crochet. So as you can see, I have the same 2 spaces as I did at the top here. So chain 4, yarn over, make my double crochet, chain 4, 1 2 4, yarn over and look for the 5th stitch to complete, to make a double crochet, chain 4 again, yarn over and continue to do the same. Basically you're repeating. So this is how it looks so far. And as you can see, we have 4 boxes at the end here, and that's the same amount we had at the top here. So now that we are at the end, we are going to just find the chain 3 that we made and make a slip stitch, and that is our first row. So I am going to make 4 more rows of this. So as you can see, we have about 4 major rows in total, 4 panels in total, and each was 5, depends on the size that you're making. So in total it will be 20 rows, individual rows in all. So I'm going to make this for 4 more rows, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now that I am basically finished, I am going to make, just to finish off, by making a slip stitch. And to chain 1 and cut my yarn. And this is a tip for you. Instead, well, when you're doing skirts with tassels, instead of cutting your yarn and weaving in the end, you can make it long enough so that you can put the tassels directly in this part, so that you don't have to weave in anything. So just to show you the side of how it looks, so it looks something like this, and when stretched like that. So we're going to make a chain of 150 for the strap, the string for the middle, for the drawstring, the skirt. So I've made my straps about 150, and now I am going to weave in the ends. So you push this piece through the needle, just like so. We're going to weave it in. So find the front part here, I'll just weave in where we have the rows here, or whatever you feel to do. So I'll attach the straps here, and I just want to show you how it looks, how it would look when it's on. So yeah, well, this is a string. We'll put away the strings later, but this is how it looks. So we're going to just make the tassels now, and you can do it in every row, every odd row. It's just up to you. So the length of the tassels that I'll be making will be about 6 inches. So it will be about 6 inches, and so the full length will be 12 inches. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is the final look of the skirt, and I'll show you how it really looks on the mannequin at the end of the video. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So